Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is a tutorial for you on how to do winged eyeliner, particularly for beginners. So I'm going to jump straight into the tips, tricks, and a couple of demos for you. So there's a few different types of eyeliner that you can get, and it's really your personal preference as to which one you'll use and what one you'll feel most comfortable with. I think the one that most people feel comfortable with and is easiest for beginners is an eyeliner pencil. The pencil is easy to use, it's very forgiving if you need to clean things up, and you can even use this to trace over, which I'll show you in one of the demos coming up. You can also get a liquid eyeliner which can come in a pen form such as this one. This is the Eye of Horus Liquid Define Eyeliner Pen. A lot of people find these very easy to use and I don't. I'm not sure why. The other type of eyeliner you can get is a gel eyeliner, which is my personal preference. This is the Jane Iredale gel eyeliner in black. So the tools that I would recommend you have nearby when you're doing winged liner are an angled brush for the outer edge of your eye for the eyeliner, an angled brush for cleaning up any mess, a thin liquid eyeliner brush, some Q-tips, or we call them earbuds in Australia, some makeup remover wipes. You can also use micellar cleansing water, concealer. These are the fuss-free natural facial cleansing wipes with green tea and vitamin C, and some tape. So one of my first tips when you are first starting out with winged eyeliner is to start practicing when you have nowhere to go. So if you're home at night and you're about to have a shower, get out your makeup and just give it a go. There'll be less pressure on you if you have nowhere to go and you know that you can just wash it off. When you're confident enough to start doing your eyeliner to go out somewhere, I would suggest doing your eyeliner before you do any of your other makeup. I think that is easier because if you need to clean up the edges, or even if you need to clean up on the top line there, if you haven't done any eyeshadow and you haven't done your base, it's a lot easier to clean up and a lot less stressful than if you're pulling off concealer from the side and you're wrecking your eyeshadow that you've already done. So if you stuff up your eyeliner, who cares? You can always clean it up. Cleaning up is so easy. There's a few different things that you can do. The first one is using a Q-tip, and you can dip that in some micellar water or a cleansing wipe and use it to clean up the edges. The other thing that you can do is take a clean angled brush, dip it in micellar cleansing water or spray it with some makeup remover, or wipe it onto a makeup remover wipe and then use that to tidy up the area, and that gives you a really sharp line as well. You can also use concealer using the same technique. I'm going to show you a couple of demonstrations on how you can use the tools and the products I've just showed you to easily apply winged liner. I really hope you find it helpful. Let's do it. So the first technique I wanted to show you, which is great for beginners, is using a pencil eyeliner. So obviously you can use a pencil eyeliner on its own, but when you're first starting out, I found this was very helpful for me. I like to use the pencil to create the wing shape that I'd like, and then it's really easy for you to trace over that shape with the gel or the liquid eyeliner. So it's a really great tip for beginners. So when I'm using a pencil, it's weird because I actually like to start with my lash line, but when I'm using a liquid or gel, I like to start with the flick. I don't know why. It's just the way I feel comfortable. And you don't have to be too precise because you're just getting an approximate shape, and then you can use the next product to perfect that line. So when I'm doing the outer corner, even though it's a pencil and I could use the pencil, I actually still like to use an angle brush. So my favorite angle brush is the Eco Tools brush. It's just small and it's quite thin and it's very easy to work with. So I grab the pencil and I just roughly put some product onto the angled eyeliner brush. So when you are creating the angle for your wing, you don't want to just go with your outer corner. The best and most flattering angle I've found for my eye shape is to follow the lower lash line and go with that sort of angle out towards the tail of the brow. Everyone has different shaped eyes. Some people have hooded eyes as well, which is even more challenging. So you need to play around and figure out what works best for your eye shape. So just following that lash line curve, I'm just going to place the brush down and just give it a little flick out like that. And this will be really rough to begin with. So once I've created that little flick, I'm going to go back in and connect it. So now that I'm happy with the way my wing has turned out with the pencil liner, I can go in with my liquid or gel eyeliner. I'm going to use the Eye of Horus Liquid Define Eyeliner. And that's it. So again, if you make any mistakes, very easy to go in and tidy anything up, but that's so much easier to trace over something that's already there when you're using something that you might be a little bit uncomfortable with to start with. So the second technique, you would have seen this everywhere over the internet before, but it is using tape. So tape can be very helpful, especially for beginners until you get the hang of your angles and get a little more confidence. But I personally don't really use this unless I'm having a really shaky off day and I feel like I just need that guide for the wing part. I think you've got to be careful with the tape that you don't go too hard with the angle or too vertical, because then you end up looking a little bit evil. The thing to be careful of with the tape is make sure you do put it on the back of your hand and take it off a couple of times before you apply it to your eye area, because it's very delicate around here and you don't want to go ripping off your skin. And don't use a piece that's too long either, because then it kind of bubbles up and it ends up a little bit awkward. So again, using the guideline of my lower lash line, just going to pop that just there. So this time I'm using my black Jane Iredale gel eyeliner. So this is super easy. You literally just draw along the line, and it's just being careful with how thick you make that line. The only thing with the tape that's hard as well is it's hard to see what it actually looks like until you remove the tape. So once I've done that, I actually like to remove it at this point. So you can see I've got a really thin straight line as a guide, and then I can add more to it. Now I'm taking this fine liner brush, and now I'm going to do the rest of my eye. I like to start at the center here. I've just made a little bit of a mess on the outer corner here. It's just not as sharp as I want it to be. So I'm going to go in with my angled brush and a makeup wipe and just give that a little touch up. So that's another quick way that you can use a guide to apply your eyeliner. So once I'm happy with the top of my lash line and the flick, I then like to go in with some eyeliner and do the top waterline. I think it just makes it look a little bit more polished because you don't get the gappiness where you can see the white through underneath there, if that makes sense. And then obviously apply some mascara. You can put on false lashes. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other tips for us or if you found this helpful. I would love to hear your feedback after trying these techniques. If you found this helpful, please don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And if you haven't already, go and check out my blog because I have a lot of other reviews and tutorials on there surrounding natural beauty and makeup. And the link for that is also down below. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.